It's a special honor to welcome you all to the screening of Fallen Heroes here in Canyon Meadows. This film is a powerful tribute to the bravery, sacrifice, and enduring legacy of the men and women who served in Afghanistan, some of whom are with us tonight. A special welcome and thanks to these veterans and to the Afghan interpreters who stood shoulder to shoulder with our soldiers in the most trying of times. I'd also like to give a huge thanks to Joanne Hansen. Where are you, Joanne? Outside. There she is. A huge thanks to Joanne Hansen for her tireless efforts in putting this evening together, and for Karen Storwick and Robert Curtin of Combined Forces for producing and directing this film honoring our heroes. Over 40,000 Canadian Armed Forces members served in Afghanistan, Canada's longest war. It was an unprecedented operation that put Canada at the center of the global fight for freedom, exhibiting our world-renowned leadership alongside our NATO partners. In the most volatile regions of Afghanistan, Canadian soldiers were the ones who carried the weight of security with unmatched courage and determination. We lost 159 of our finest soldiers, and over 200 more have tragically taken their own lives since returning home. These are our brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters, whose sacrifice we can never forget. The movie, much of it filmed right here in Calgary, preserves their legacy. It tells a story not only of the battles fought, but of the values our soldiers brought into the field: compassion, understanding, and a deep respect for the Afghan people. In many cases, our soldiers made lifelong bonds with their Afghan counterparts, a testament to the unique spirit they carried. In my own career, I spent a little bit of time in Afghanistan as well, between 2006 and 10. I worked with Senator McCain's International Republican Institute, coalition forces, and traveled the entire country working with everyday Afghans. The Canadian promise was a powerful promise to every Afghan I met. We were neither a superpower nor a former colonial power. We had no major interest in the country except for securing it from terrorism. And we were seen as among the most honorable of all our allies. The events we saw post-withdrawal were disgraceful. We saw this crisis hurtling toward us as bodies fell from the sky, as truncheons lashed women on the streets. The sounds we heard were those of our own false prophecies crashing down upon us, of a crushing betrayal we knew we had been party to, where our leaders failed to correct course or even care. Our leaders pantomimed negotiations with terrorists they knew were never sincere, and today give those same terrorists more credibility rather than the Afghan people who deserve our continued support. For Canada, what's most devastating is that knowing this day would come, watching it unfurl, having received the advice of Canadians and the criticism of the opposition for months, the Prime Minister at the time, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, clearly had no plan. Yet despite this failure of leadership at the highest of levels, the enduring courage and sacrifice of our soldiers in Afghanistan and their Afghan allies must never be forgotten. Freedom has never come easy. It has always had to be fought for, whether in the trenches of world wars or Korea, or in the mountains and plains of Afghanistan. Our veterans have kept Canada strong and free from evil, free from dictators, free from tyranny. Because of their sacrifice, we are able to speak our minds, worship as we choose, and live with hope, not with fear. Tonight, let us remember why we must never forget. Our veterans have given us the peaceful and thriving democracy we call home, and it is up to us to honor them in each and every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shub. And now I'd like to call on the producer of Fallen